Well, hey there, Gemini. Welcome to Zen-Tarot. My name's Julie. I'm going to do a tarot card reading for you, Gemini. We're going to take a look at the energy surrounding you right now. I hope you all are doing well. If you like this reading, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. If you'd like a personal reading from me, I am open for those, and I will leave my email address in the description box below. Just send me an email. We can talk about that. So Gemini, let's see what's going on with you. Let's get you a Moon Oracle card. Spirit, can we get some signs, some messages for the sign of Gemini? What kind of moon energy is surrounding Gemini right now? What kind of moon energy is surrounding Gemini? Ooh, your commitment is being tested and it's time to release negativity. Wow, look at this. A lot of negativity built up, or some kind of sludge building up, some kind of disappointment. That's what I'm feeling here. Some kind of disappointment. Got to release this negativity that's really trying to take over right now, trying to move in. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Hold your vision. Oh God, look at how cloudy or distorted or troubled things seem right now. Foggy, kind of foggy, not a whole lot of clarity. Something coming in to test you, test your will, test your willpower. Let's see what that's all about. Let's get you an animal spirit card for up in the ether for the sign of Gemini. Badger spirit on the bottom of the deck. Spirit, what kind of animal spirit guide is walking with Gemini right now? What kind of familiar is walking with Gemini up in the ether? The armadillo spirit. Wow, set healthy boundaries. Gemini, what is out of whack here? Something out of whack, either a friendship, a partnership, work, your career, your thought process about the future here, or where you think you're going here. Feeling very defensive, very clammed up. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to feel it. Let's push that off for another day here. Trying to maybe procrastinate it. The crow spirit, co-create with spirit here. I love that. Give it to God. Give it to spirit. And really, really try to get out of this negative space that you found yourself in here. It's so easy to let anger and frustration and irritation take over right now. I mean, the world is so polarized. It's just so divided. And it's like everyone demanding to choose a side. And sometimes you just want to stay in the middle. Hold your middle ground. Stand your middle ground here. I'm thinking of hold your vision. But let's see what's going on with you. There's something that has to be cleaned up. There's a boundary that has to be set here. So yeah, something that do not cross. Somebody's crossed the line. Somebody said something. Somebody has done something. And you're trying to figure out, how do I let them know that this is a boundary, that I cannot tolerate this? So this is a very, very defining moment, a beautiful, beautiful moment for you to stand up for yourself and to say, I don't accept that. I don't accept that. Not to get triggered, not to get upset, not to get defensive, but just no, I don't accept that. So somebody trying to maybe make you feel bad, or maybe make you feel less than, and I could just hear you, I don't accept that, or just make that your mantra. Whew, all right, let's see what is going on, Gemini. Let's get you an Osho Zen Tarot card for up in the ether. The Master Osho, what advice do you have for Gemini? Stress. Wow, look at this. Going on. You have so much going on. You're just feeling overwhelmed. It's like, it is tax time right now. Maybe you're trying to get that done. You're trying to look for receipts. You're trying to get something done, and there's just somebody nagging, or somebody saying you're not doing it right, yet they won't do it themselves, right? It's one of those, somebody preaching from afar or judging from afar and telling you you're not doing it right, but they don't have any suggestions. They don't have any ideas. It's just very, very frustrating. I just feel like this kind of overbearing voice in the background saying, do better, Gemini, do better. And it's like, you step up then, you do better then. But you can't say that. For some reason, there's a boundary that needs to be set here, and you don't want to just go into another argument again. It's time to break this pattern. It's time to break the cycle. Do something different than you've done in the past here. Projections on the bottom of the deck. You got the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Wands. Projection, somebody mirroring, somebody screaming at you all of the things they're feeling about themselves, all the insecurities that are going through, all the things they feel they can't do. They're just really mirroring it, just really putting it on you. And it's never ever easy to be somebody's bouncing board when they're frustrated with themselves or aggravated with themselves, or things aren't working out the way they wanted it to, so they want somebody to blame. And there you are, and you're so balanced. Gemini, you have this beautiful, beautiful gift of being the angel and the devil devil. You have the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other shoulder, and you see all sides. You actually empathize with all sides here. Somebody kind of taking advantage of that and knowing you will see their side and knowing how frustrating you can be to them, right? They're trying to convince you how frustrating you are to other people, and it's your fault and you're not doing it right here. So it's just a real time of them projecting onto you what they're feeling about themselves. And it's never ever easy, but it is a beautiful opportunity to draw the line, to put the boundary down. I don't accept that. I don't accept that. It's really a matter of what you have tolerated and what you will no longer tolerate. I can't go there. I'm not going to go there with you again. I'm not going to talk about this way with you again. When you calm down, when you get a grip, when you get some control, we'll have a beautiful conversation about this where I can define my boundary, but now is not the time. It's not the time to try to put down a boundary when someone's coming at you with anger or frustration or rage. That is not the time to try to defend yourself or try to prove your point to them or try to have them see it your way. It's time to take a deep breath. Do not reply in that moment. Do not take the bait, and just really another time. Just tell yourself another time. We will draw this boundary, but not today. It's going to save you a lot of grief and a lot of repeating of the same pattern that we all fall into, that reaction, that reactive energy that just creeps up on us, that fight or flight, right? Because you want them to leave, you want them to stop, you want them to leave you alone, and that's just the worst time to scream that out, because that's when they're, yes, I got them, right? Yeah, they were able to trigger you. Now you are the bad guy. Now they are the victim of your frustration here. So don't give it to them. Don't give it to them. They want to be upset, let them. All right, let's see what's going on. I haven't even pulled any tarot cards yet. Let's see what's going on in the mind, the heart, and the soul for you, the everyday Gemini. First, we're going to take a look at the mind space. What's going on in the mind space for Gemini right now? Current thought for Gemini right now. What is the current thought? The Magician comes out in reverse, feeling very restricted, like you don't have your own power, or you're not in control here. Very much feeling out of control. So give yourself that. Give yourself that. Maybe you don't have control in that moment, but you will have control again. And again, it's time for another day to have this conversation. There's something that's just really making you feel stunted. It's the repetitiveness of the pattern, because you fall back in. You fall back into, we all do. So somebody has pushed you a little bit too far, making you feel restricted or that you're not in control. Tell me more about the mind space. The Eight of Pentacles, this could be a work situation. Maybe your coworkers are blaming you for everything, or you're the scapegoat, or it always comes down to you. The fingers are always pointing your way. You have self-mastered something. You're really good at something, and that does make other people feel less than, because you really shine brightly in a certain area. You're very quick-witted. You're very bright. You know how to mix things together and make it work here. You know how to take the diversity. Again, that could just be a Gemini trait, because you're so diverse in your thoughts. But you're really good at something. Spirit wants to acknowledge this. They want you to acknowledge how good you are at cleaning up, how good you are at fixing things and making things work, and taking old things and putting them back together and having them work better than ever here. So you're very good at dissecting. What's the challenge in the mind space for Gemini? What's the challenge? Three of Pentacles, working together. Somebody not wanting to collaborate, not wanting to come together here with an idea. Somebody, again, in my mind here, I'm seeing somebody that keeps wanting to point out the problem. They keep wanting to point out the problem. Let's go back to the drawing board. Let's go back to how you are the problem, Gemini. I don't know why this scenario is in my mind. I just feel somebody just really coming down on you and wanting to blame you and wanting to feel better about themselves, but they don't, because they keep pointing the finger at you. But yeah, back to the drawing board. Back to the drawing board. So again, they feel very comfortable repeating the pattern, because they get it all out. They get to vent. They get to say exactly what they are thinking. There's no filter there. And then they feel better, and you're just sitting there in your slump. You're sitting there powerlessness, because you feel like, I should have said something. I should have drawn the boundary. And Spirit is saying that wasn't the time. You did so beautiful then. You really calmed it down. You really defused the situation. So pick a time when you're both feeling comfortable, you're both feeling good, and you can approach it in a completely different way than coming from a defensive stance here. So yeah, having a little bit of a hard time working together. Spirit, what is your advice in the mind space for Gemini? What is your advice? 7 Seven of Cups. Look at this 777 here. 777. But again, overwhelmment. This is the same card as this up in the ether here with stress. Seven of Wands, Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords. No, we don't have the Seven of Swords, but no, we don't even have a 777. What am I thinking here? Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. We have the Seven of Swords with projections here. Okay. Whew. All right. Well, overwhelmed. You're overwhelmed. You've got too much going on. There's too much going on. There's just too many things happening right now to be able to focus on that boundary that you really want to make. And it's making you feel even worse because that was your goal. Your goal was, I'm going to set this boundary. I'm going to draw the line here. You shall not cross here. And then people just cross. And then you just feel like, yeah, I just let them again. I just let them. It's like trying to train a dog and then you're giving them a treat just because they're cute, right? Gemini, this too shall pass. There's a beautiful, beautiful boundary in the making here. Boundaries take time. You can't just draw the line and expect everybody to adhere when you have let them cross the line many times in the past. So draw the line. If they cross over, let them in that moment. But the next day, the next week, the next month, say, you know what, you crossed that line again. And I'm not going there. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm breaking this because I want to be happy. I deserve to be happy. So yeah, it's just not the right time. Ace of Swords. Look at this on the bottom of the deck, Eureka. Eureka, the sword of truth. The truth is going to come out. The truth will set you free. It will set this situation free. They know the truth. They know. People know when they're projecting. They know it only gets them so far. They only feel good in that moment. And then they go home and they're sobbing because that's not what they wanted either. They want you to feel powerless or helpless here. So I don't see any real narcissism cards showing up yet, at least not in the mind space here. But it just seems to be a power struggle. And people will treat us the way we tolerate here. So this is just a beautiful boundary making time in the mind space. Let's look at the heart space. Whew, let's clear the energy. Spirit, can we see the heart space? What's going on in the emotions for Gemini? What's going on in the emotions for Gemini here? The emotions. Ooh, the Six of Pentacles, getting what is yours, the return to you here, the return of the happiness here, the return of the joy here in your life. So it was taken from you. Too much stress, too many things going on, too many worries, too much planning. You know, you got too lost in the future that hadn't happened yet, and you're judging by your past experiences, which are done. You're not the same person. That's over. So yeah, just a lot going on, and a big return to you. A return of peace. Peace is what you've been missing. Serenity is what you've been missing. A lot of voices, a lot of opinions, a lot of, I just feel like I'm lost on the internet, or there's just too much around me. I can't even focus on one thing. I can't pull one thing into my focus, because as soon as I do, there's 10 things behind it trying to get my attention here. So just keep breathing this out. It's just a very, very busy time for you right now. Got a lot going on personally, got a lot going on in the career, got a lot going on in the planning of the future here, the planning of a future when you haven't figured out the past yet. That boundary hasn't been drawn. When it's drawn, it's going to be so much easier. It's supposed to be easy and effortless. If it's really aggravating and frustrating, and the plan is not coming together, and it's just giving you a headache, it's not the right time. It's just not the right time. Shelf it. Shelf the idea. Shelf the vacation. Shelf something here until you can get a grip on things. And you can draw these boundaries. I give this to you. It's time to delegate. You got to delegate some of this stuff. What else in the heart space? What else in the emotions for Gemini? What else in the emotions for Gemini? The devil. Look at this. Capricorn energy coming in. That temptation. Temptation to go back. Go back. It's comfortable here. It's familiar here. Yeah, you're fighting all the time. You're pissed all the time. You're arguing all the time. But yeah, this is what we know. Let's just stay in the hell we know. Instead of changing things. God forbid we change things. Let's just stay polarized and on opposite sides of the conversation at all times, right? No. Let's bring it back together. Let's find something that we have that we can talk about. If we can't talk about politics right now, don't talk about politics. If you can't talk about money right now because money is that underlying stress in your belly, you can't talk about that right now. It's not the right time. There's a time and a place for everything. So what is the right time here? Start planning that vacation, planning that release, planning that I can't save up for my retirement, but how about we save up and go to Hawaii, right? Let's save up for a cruise, something we can manage, something that we can do here. So many thinking about the things that you can't do, and it's time to think about what you can do. What is doable? What is doable? And let's do that. And one thing that we can do is we can stop arguing. We can put the armor down. We can put the swords down for a minute and just get on the same page about something, right? If it's the color of the sky or the what's on TV or just something, if we can get together on something here. So yeah, that devil has been in the division of us all. And somebody really, really trying to pull you either to their side, trying to get you to change your mind, trying to get you to change your views, and just really, really look them straight in the eye and just say, not right now, not today, not today. I can't do this today. I can't talk about this today. Can you give me till tomorrow? Can you give me a reprieve, right? And I owe you an argument. Let's go there, okay? What's the challenge in the heart space? What's the challenge? Oh my God, so many challenges right now, Gemini. But I love that. I love that because you will know exactly what boundary needs to be drawn here. If it's the words, maybe somebody's saying something very hurtful, or it's their actions. They say one thing, but they do another. And you just have to talk to them about it. You just have to really clear the air and clear out the confusion for yourself here. But there's a time and place for that conversation. If they have been very stressed themselves and they're trying to find someone to blame, because who wants to take accountability? This is a world of non-accountability, in my opinion. And that's what my readings are about. My readings are absolutely about taking accountability for the way we feel. Don't give our power away to someone else. Don't give them that power to make you feel bad, make you feel sad, make you feel less than. Take that power back. It's all the way we react. I don't accept that. I don't accept that. I'm going to really let those words fall. I've been listening to a lot of Jefferson Fisher. God, do I love him on YouTube, Instagram, wherever you can find him. How to have very, very difficult conversations. This guy would be a miracle for you, Gemini, because I can tell you're coming up against a lot of harshness, a lot of someone just trying to cram down your throat what they believe here. And it's just really, really a time to shift this around. Just really, really turn this around. Let's have a conversation. Let's not fight anymore. Let's put down the weapon. And in your case, it seems to be the weapons are words. Spirit, what is your advice in the heart space for Gemini? What is your advice? Oh God, I love all these aces. Look at this with the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles in your heart space, the Eureka. That is the ticket. It's the way that I feel. I do have control over that. I have control over the way I feel. If someone's coming down on me hard saying I shouldn't have done this and I shouldn't have done that, I can absolutely go deep inside my own inner self here and say, you know what? I did the best I can. I did the best I could with the things, the resources I had in front of me. And that's the conversation to have with them. Maybe not at the time where they're very upset, but it's okay to say, you know what, I did the best I could. I did the best I could. And if you really think you can do it better, help yourself. Please, please be my guest. Be my guest. That's the boundary that I really feel you are making here. It's almost with a light heart. It's really not without the stress and the resentment. And you're finding a way to let that go. And you're saying, you know what, if you think you could do it better, be my guest here. So yeah, this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. This is Archangel Michael's sword of truth in the language, in the words, in the spelling, right? Words are spells because you are spelling. So you are spelling out a different story here. You're approaching someone with a different viewpoint, a different perspective. You're not triggered. You're not upset. You're just really coming at them with this kind of playfulness, like, hey, simmer down, simmer down. We got this. We've had this in the past. We've done this in the past. Let's try something different. Let's try something new. Really kicks that devil out. It kicks that resentment out. It kicks the bitterness out. It kicks everything out when you could just speak. When you could just speak, you're not walking on eggshells. You're not afraid you're going to trigger them. But it comes after a very beautiful conversation. And that conversation really ingrains the boundary between the two of you. So beautiful, beautiful. Could be three of you. I'm seeing a lot of three here. Three. Yeah, 3 with the devil here. So yeah, could be. But yeah, it's so clarifying. So tell me about the daily life for Gemini. Tell me about the daily life. What's going on in the everyday for Gemini? What's going on? Yeah, look at this. It's time to end that. Look at this wheel of fortune, this turn of events, this change of direction here. I love this. Change in direction. Wheel of fortune. We're not doing that anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. Look at the independence. It's a detachment. It's detachment from the worry, a detachment from the stress and anxiety, because those are the things that are helping throw the gas light on, right? The gas fire on is because you're underlying stress. So when somebody says, yeah, what are you going to do? Oh my God, that's just like fighting words, because you don't know what you're going to do. It's very scary to you and it's very triggering to you. It's like, what is that supposed to mean, right? You're very easy to react here. So slow it down. Detach from the outcome. Detach from the future. Detach from the past here. Really move into the now. If it's not right now time to have that conversation, in the now, it will be in another now, right? So yeah, today is the tomorrow you were so worried about yesterday. Really remember this, Gemini. Don't waste one more day worrying about tomorrow, because tomorrow will come whether you like it or not. Life happens while you're busy planning for it. So yeah, detach from the outcome, detach from the future, detach from the idea that you can figure it all out on paper now and that's the way it's going to play out. When has that ever worked in the past? So detach. Spirit, what is the challenge in the everyday life for Gemini right now? What is the challenge? Look at this, carrying all the burdens from the past, everything that didn't work out, somebody handing you their problems, handing you their burdens, you taking on your own first, or they wouldn't have felt easy enough, they wouldn't have felt confident enough to just hand you their burdens, right? You very much pick them up, very much give me your troubles, give me your woes, right? You're like the Statue of Liberty among the signs here. Give me your troubles, Gemini says. I can handle it, because I do have that devil on one shoulder, but I also have the angel. I have the angel of light on the other shoulder. I'll be able to show you the other side, show you the other perspective of this in a time of calm when we can have a true conversation. You're carrying so many burdens right now. You're carrying so much responsibility right now. You've got so much going on that it's not even the time to think about this right now. So if you've if you've lost my words, if my words have triggered you into somewhere in your life, somewhere in your situationship right now, then that's what it was meant to do. If you didn't hear what I said, it was meant to have you go into your imagination right now and play out a scenario where you're drawing a very beautiful boundary. So you know, Spirit knows, you know exactly the situation I'm talking about, exactly the person that you need to have a really, really, really deep conversation with. Release the negativity. Let them know, I need to have fun. I am only here once, and I'm not going to waste one more second on worry. I'm not giving the devil that kind of time any longer. Join me in my freedom. Join me in this new change, this wheel of time turning for me, this revelation that I can't waste any more time on worry or stress. Join me. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but make it not matter. If they stay, absolutely great. If they go, absolutely great, because you are doing what you need to do. You are answering the call in your own life. You're not giving your power away to another, feeling out of control any longer. Beautiful. Gemini, absolutely beautiful. All right, so Spirit, what's your advice when Gemini lays down these burdens with the 9 of Wands and the Foundation and the Wheel of Fortune? I love this with the 9 of Pentacles. I mean, there is no better. This is absolutely independently owned and operated. Nobody can control you. Nobody can tell you how you should be feeling or what you're feeling. I love this. Owning it, taking an accountability for how you feel, not blaming someone else. Yeah, but so-and-so called me a name and now I'm upset and they shouldn't have done that. And now you're giving your power away. Absolutely giving your power away. But if you have the conversation of, yeah, someone so-and-so said this to me, but you know what? They were probably having a really bad day and I know that's not true about myself. And so I'm just going to let that go. I'm just going to forgive them without the apology, right? Because usually in general, we're very happy together. We work very well together with the 3 of Pentacles. So maybe today's not the day to have that conversation. Boom, there goes one of those burdens there it goes. Because you didn't react, because you didn't let them get under your skin. You didn't give them your power. So beautiful, beautiful Gemini. God, do I love this. All right, Spirit, what is your advice for this beautiful reading for Gemini? What is your advice? Gemini, if you hadn't hit that like button yet, please do so. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I would love to have you here. It gives me more energy to tune in and tune into, and the more energy I have to tune into, the better my readings will become. So hopefully it's a collaboration, beautiful collaboration. Spirit, what is your advice for Gemini? High Priestess, get your power back. You got this. You got this. Look how powerful you are. You are a seer. You are a knower. You are a doer. You are a Gemini. Here you roar. Just lay down that boundary. Lay down that boundary, Gemini, because this is boundary making time. This is a world, it's time. It's time for all of us to draw the boundaries. I don't accept that. I don't accept your judgment of me. I don't accept that. And I'm going to listen to my higher being now. I'm going to listen to the angels now. I'm going to let the devil go. I'm going to let the worry go. I'm going to let the angst go. Find my freedom, find my power. Turn this magician right side up. I love how you ended off with the High Priestess. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at the experience. Look what the experience has taught you. So yeah, you're connected. Beautifully, beautifully connected. You're co-creating with Spirit right now, Gemini, and that's the only way to thrive. Love it. All right, I'm gonna leave it here. Hope you enjoyed this reading. I'm sending you all my love and light, Gemini. Look at the bottom of the deck with the Three of Cups, that celebration card here. Yeah, 3 is a big number for you. Maybe your life path number is 3. It's time to celebrate. It's time to rejoice. It's time to have fun. All right, Gemini, sending you all my love and light. I will definitely tune in with you soon.